This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Slide the battery cover in a direction of the arrows, then lift it off to gain access to the negative battery terminal. Loosen the clamp nut, then disconnect the battery negative cable from the terminal. Unscrew the retaining bolts and remove the engine cover. Apply the handbrake, then raise the front of the vehicle and support it on the jack stands. Remove the undershield from under the engine compartment if fitted. If the dry belts are to be reused, mark them for a clockwise direction to ensure that they are reinstalled the same way. Before removing the drive belts, note how each belt is routed to ensure proper installation. On models with air conditioning, loosen the pivot and tension bolts and move the tensioner roller upwards to release the tension on the drive belt. Slip the drive belt from the crankshaft, compressor, and tensioner pulleys. To remove the main drive belt, move the tensioner clockwise using a wrench on the flat to release the tension. Hold the tensioner in this position, then slip the drive belt off the alternator pulley and slowly release the tensioner to its stopping point. Remove the drive belt from the crankshaft, alternator, viscous fan, and power steering pump pulleys, and then maneuver it out of the engine. Loosen the clamp and disconnect the intercooler air duct from the throttle housing. It will be necessary for the viscous coupled cooling fan to be unbolted and positioned aside for the removal of the alternator. Counterhold the drive pulley with a 5x60 mm bolt, or alternatively a correctly sized center punch engaged with small holes located around the pulley rim. Pass an 8 mm Allen key through the drive pulley mounting bracket and engage it with the rear of the pulley shaft bolt. Loosen and withdraw the bolt. Slide the fan off of its mount and position it away from the alternator. Remove the alternator upper and lower mounting bolts. Detach the alternator from the mounting bracket, then rotate it to expose the wiring connection. Release any wiring clips from the alternator, then disconnect the alternator wiring connections. Push the coolant pipe to one side and remove the alternator. Guide the alternator into place. Position it near the mounting bracket to allow access to the wiring connections. Connect the alternator wiring connections to the proper terminals. Tighten all nuts on the terminals securely. Attach any retaining clips to the alternator wiring. Rotate, then slide the alternator into the mounting bracket and install the mounting bolts. Tighten the alternator mounting bolts to the specified torque. Install the viscous coupled cooling fan to its mount and install the mounting bolt. Counter-hold the fan using a method described during removal, then tighten the shaft bolt securely. Connect the intercooler air duct to the throttle housing and secure all hose clamps. Locate the main drive belt loosely on the pulleys, routing it the same way as noted before removal. Using a wrench, rotate the tensioner clockwise to allow the drive belt to be slipped onto the alternator pulley. Then slowly release the tensioner. Make sure that the belt is correctly located in all the pulley grooves. On models with air conditioning, locate the drive belt on the compressor and crankshaft pulleys, making sure that it is correctly located in all the pulley grooves. Move the tensioner pulley downwards and engage the drive belt with the pulley grooves. Tension the drive belt by applying a torque of 22 foot-pounds to the hexagon on the tensioner body. Hold this torque, then tighten the adjustment and pivot bolts. Reinstall the engine undershield, if equipped, and lower the vehicle. Reinstall the engine cover. Connect the battery negative cable to the terminal and tighten the nut securely. Start the engine and check for proper operation of the belts before placing the vehicle into normal service.